Hey guys, so this pastor right here named Nick Reed, never heard of him, but he's using a chevron as his church's logo. Jesus is all about building bridges, hashtag era / not walls, according to Nick. According to scripture, don't imagine that I came to bring peace to the earth. I came not to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to turn a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's enemies will be the members of his own household. So, back to Matthew 10:34. Do not assume that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. He's brought the word. The word is the sword. The word will separate the people who believe according to scripture, or the people who believe according to what the pastors make up in their own heads. Watch this. When they say peace, peace, then sudden death and destruction will fall upon them. What does peace, peace, when there is no peace mean in Jeremiah 8:11? Jeremiah was a prophet of God, proclaiming that judgment was coming upon Jerusalem. However, Jeremiah was opposed to the king and the priests, who did not want to hear his message. In their opinions, Jeremiah's message of surrendering to Babylon amounted to treason. False prophets who claimed to speak for God also contradicted Jeremiah's message. Jeremiah proclaimed bloodshed, destruction, and judgment when Babylon conquered Jerusalem. The false prophets, on the other hand, said that the future of Jerusalem looked bright. Jerusalem could look forward to peace, not war. The phrase peace, peace, when there is no peace, found in Jeremiah 6:14 as well as Jeremiah 8:11. It is also found in Ezekiel 13:10 and 16. For in all four places has the same meaning and the same historical context. When they say peace, peace, this pastor Nick Reed, wait. So he says Jesus is all about building bridges, not walls. These prophets prophesy lies in my name. I did not speak to them, neither did I send them. This guy who's claiming to be a pastor, who should know the scriptures that say, when they say peace, peace, but they're using the symbology in front of the Golden Gate. When they're putting up the peace, peace sign in front of the Golden Gate Bridge. This is the Masons' Golden Gate. They're using symbology to talk to people without using words. Watch this. Came over here. I know I'm on Wikipedia, but the Golden Gate, or Gate of Mercy, Hebrew, Romanized, Gate of Mercy, Bab al Dahabi. I don't know. Golden Gate is the only eastern gate of the Temple Mount, one of only two gates of the old city of Jerusalem that used to offer access into the city from the east. Golden Gate to the east. Son of man, he said to me, do you see this? Yet you will see even greater abominations than these. Remember how Bethel's performing all the abominations listed in Deuteronomy 10? 10 through 12. All the abominations. So, son of man, he said to me, do you see this? Yet you will see even greater abominations than these. So he brought me to the inner court of the house of the Lord, and there at the entrance to the temple of the Lord, between the portico and the altar, were about 25 men, with their backs to the temple of the Lord, and their faces towards the east, and they were bowing to the east and worshipping the sun. Isn't it interesting that the Freemasons consider the first 3 degrees of Freemasonry the inner courts? Oh, maybe they consider it the outer courts. I think they consider the first 3 degrees of Freemasonry the outer courts. So Jesus was taking Ezekiel into the inner courts for this part. Okay, next part. Son of man, he said to me, do you see this? It is not enough for the house of Judah to commit the abominations they are practicing here, that they must also fill the land with violence and continually provoke me to anger. Look, they are even putting the branch to their nose. I'm not sure I understand that one. In New King James, it says it's to provoke me to anger. Therefore, I will respond with wrath. I will not look on them with pity, nor will I spare them. Although they shout loudly in my ears, I will not listen. Then I heard him call in a loud voice, saying, draw near, O executioners of the city, each with a weapon of destruction in his hands. And I saw 6 men coming from the direction of the upper gate, which faces north, each with a weapon of slaughter in his hand. With them was another man clothed in linen, who had a written kit at his side, and they came in and stood beside the bronze altar. Then the glory of God of Israel arose from above the cherubim where it had been, and moved to the threshold of the temple, and he called the men clothed with linen who had the written kit at his side. Go therefore to the city of Jerusalem, said the Lord, and put the mark on the foreheads of the men sighing and groaning over all the abominations committed there. As I listened, he said to the others, "Follow him through the city and start killing. Do not show pity or spare anyone." Slaughter the old men, the young men, and the maidens, the women and the children, but do not go near anyone who has the mark. Now begin at my sanctuary. So they began with the elders who were before the temple. See that thing that says, "Now begin at my sanctuary"? Judgment begins at the house of God, according to 1 Samuel 2, 12 through 17, and 1 Peter 4:17. Beth in Hebrew is house. El in Hebrew is God. Judgment begins at Bethel.